As we take this journey of reconnecting to our bodies and our womb spaces, we are taking a journey of reclaiming our space, our center of creation and power. It is the most rebellious act, if we will, and the greatest act of revolution to gently and lovingly return back into connection to our own unique nature.
Welcome to the Embodied Woman podcast with me, Rebecca Wilson. An embodied experiential space for you to drop deep into the wealth of wisdom within your being and activate a fuller, richer you. I am a feminine awakener, thought leader, embodied business doula, sacred business midwife, healer, and all-round medicine woman. I am here to guide women deeper into their essence and power, to activate their life force, awaken pleasure, and support them to live an embodied life. I will help you birth your visions, dreams, creations, desires, and sacred business into the world from an easeful, embodied, and rooted place within. My work supports women to become more available for life, love, relationship, connection, creation, pleasure, and wealth. I will activate you into self-leadership and self-mastery to truly live an embodied and awakened life. Welcome on the journey, my love.
Beautiful woman, welcome to the Embodied Woman podcast. I am resting in these moments just before I arrived into recording this episode in a really beautiful space of reflection. I have just been sitting, reflecting on the energy and the power and the women that we recently shared time and space with on our Medicine Woman retreat in spring. I'm just resting in this space as we often receive messages from women weeks and months after they've journeyed with us on retreat, just sharing about the integration of their experiences and the insights and the awakenings that they had and how they've been rippling through their life and their bodies and their beings and how they're deeply coming into a greater understanding and relationship of themselves. And so I've been receiving a few of those over the past week, and it's just really allowed me in this day where I've had some space and time to really absorb it all and drink it all in, all of the words that have been shared, and just really holding the sacredness of that space in which the journey that we had unfolded. And it's been bringing me into this wisdom that I have been carrying and holding and sharing and speaking about for so many years now, but it just feels like something that can forever be spoken into and shared because it deepens with each time I express it and each time we arrive into the remembering of it, another layer. And that is the profound wisdom and medicine that lives in a woman's womb space. Whether that be her physical womb or her energetic womb. Within the physical womb, the power and the wisdom of our cycles and our cyclical nature. And our energetic womb, this space of creative power and pure potential. This fertile space that we as women are able to seed and give life, birth life into the world in whichever way, shape and form we feel aligned into creating, whether that be life as in children or life as in creative projects, life as in your own life, your business, nourishing food for your family, whatever it is, art, music, dance, poetry. We, as women, are the holders of the creative portal inside of our bodies and beings, our divine womb space. Often throughout life, because of conditioning from society and culture, maybe family patternings or family conditionings, women are living disconnected from this space of power within themselves. Maybe through life experiences, upsets, pains, traumas, incidents, what other people have said or shared, the beliefs or identities that we've locked into about how we should be. They often pull us out of being in true connection with ourselves, maybe operating from a mental state of being, disconnected from our bodies, our body wisdom, and deeper than that, that deep space of our center, our pelvis and our womb. There is so much power in reclaiming this space within ourselves. The womb space is the space of all creation. Cyclical in her nature, it is a real stand for self-love and sovereignty, to allow ourselves, to gift ourselves the journey of returning back into that state of being and the nature within our own beings, bodies, wombs, and cycles. The medicine of the womb is the returning to the feminine in a life and a world that has been operating through distorted energies, distorted narratives and beliefs around the feminine, around the expressions of the feminine, and most of that being labeled as not as important, not as vital, unsuccessful, a burden to carry. I have heard women share. I also have heard men share what a burden it must be to a woman, to have a womb, to go through all of these waves in your cycle. Guys have it easy. I hear that from women. I hear that from men a lot. Within those expressions and many other comments and many other beliefs and expressions that women arrive into my world holding on to around their femininity, around their womb, their womanhood, their ability to create, the natural order of their cyclical nature, both in the shorter cycles of their menstruation and the greater cycles of life, and what inconvenience that may cause them, what disruption that may bring to their linear plans of experience and expectation, and many other imprints that are held and carried, most of the time in the space of the womb, this deep-seated feminine space. She carries and holds so much, all of these impressions and imprints from life and its experiences, from other people's thoughts, from culture and society, impressed and imprinted within this sacred space, within a woman's body, her womb. As we take this journey of reconnecting to our bodies and our womb spaces, we are taking a journey of reclaiming our space, our center of creation and power. It is the most rebellious act, if we will, and the greatest act of revolution, to gently and lovingly return back into connection to our own unique nature, to release the force and the push from the external world of what it means to be a healthy, productive, human and woman. To release the expectations and the pressures of linear ways of being and doing in the world. And to arrive deeply and more deeply into the embodied expression of your feminine energy, your womb space, and your cyclical essence. When we take this journey, we truly begin to sink into the wisdom within, being led by our bodies, our innate ability, our intuitive nature, to feel into that which is most true and aligned for our beings, moment to moment, day to day, and to meet ourselves where we are. This allows a profound opening and deep remembering of the medicine and the wisdom within our wombs. As women journey back into connection to their womb space, I have the honor and the privilege to bear witness to the most life-transforming journeys. Reconnecting to their womb is so much deeper than we can ever really put words onto. Women who take this journey of awakening the medicine and the wisdom within, of returning to their truest essence and nature, experience shifts in their relationship to themselves, their bodies, deeper states of self-love and compassion and acceptance, which in turn ripples out shifts into their lives, in their relationships, in their partnerships, their family members, their children, close friends, people within their communities, people they work with, in their businesses, with their colleagues. And even greater than that, the interactions, daily interactions that they have. The shifts move out from within them into all areas of their lives. They begin to feel more deeply embodied, grounded, connected to the earth, to nature, to a slower, sensual rhythm and a gentle pulse of life. They begin to be informed from their body-led, embodied women, honoring their needs, their body's needs, and where they are each day within their cycle. They begin to release the force, the push, the striving, the control, the idea that they need to do more, to be more, to achieve more in order to be worthy or lovable or successful. As they remember through the returning into their truest essence, that they have always been worthy and enough, simply for being. The release of these patterns and beliefs has a profound shift on a woman's nervous system, which in turn has a deep shift within her cycles and her menstrual health and the health of her fertility and her fertile energy. When we arrive as women into this deep honoring of the wisdom and the medicine of our wombs, we return into the connection with our most primal energy, our life force, our Shakti, our Kundalini, our fertile energy. It's all the same expression. Through this, women become more embodied and connected to their pleasure, sensuality, sensation in the body feels more alive and activated. They're more connected to their felt sense of experience, the somatic awareness, their intuition. I've heard women share so many times, it's almost like a voice has opened inside of me, a voice that is wise, that is intuitive, that is all-knowing. And this voice is guiding me along the pathway of my life, in my journey, and I am listening for the first time. I'm being led by that voice, because that voice inside is wise and powerful and knows the exact things that I need moment to moment. She, this voice of my intuition, maybe we call it the voice of the womb, is guiding me. And that journey of listening to that voice and allowing yourself to be led from within your body is the greatest journey into sovereignty and your own power. And we as women at this time on earth, there is a great calling for us to return to this space within ourselves, to deepen into our own being and to harness the energy, the vitality, the power, the radiance, and the wisdom within. As each woman takes her journey of remembering and reclaiming the wisdom, the power, and the medicine of her womb, she also restores that energy for all women. That energy moves through, that healing moves through her own lineage, and the shifts within her system begin to alter and change, and new ways can be born. The power of gathering like this, to do this work, to meet these parts of ourselves in circle and ceremony on retreat with other women, is potent and magical beyond words. As we gather in circle, all on a journey of reclaiming more parts of ourselves, to become more centered in ourselves, more sovereign and more free. We hold each other through the tough moments, through the releases of what no longer serves us, to stand in more solid ground within our own beings, simultaneously witnessing other women take their journeys too. It truly cracks your heart open. It breaks my heart open every single time I sit with women in this way, in the most beautiful way possible. And we are calling women to join us once again for our Medicine Woman retreat. We will be gathering in September in the Peak District in the UK to support women to connect to their inner medicine woman, to the wisdom, the power, and the medicine of their bodies and womb spaces. Through womb connection practices, sacred ceremonies, circle, song, feminine arts, embodiment, meditation, circle sharing, and sacred witnessing, the layers and the binds and conditioning gently and lovingly unravel, and you open and return into greater connection to yourself and each of the women that sit beside you. If you are feeling that call, my love, this is your invitation to join us, to step in. We welcome you into Circle. All the details for the retreat will be linked in the show notes of this episode. We are so beyond excited to gather again, a sacred circle of women on the journey of remembering. I look forward to welcoming you to join us. Sending so much love. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you loved this musing and sharing, I would love for you to share this episode far and wide. You can arrive into all of my offerings at rebecca-wilson.com. Links to dive deeper with me are in the episode notes. Remember, my love, you are here to be the fullest, most potent, powerful, embodied version of you. I am here to guide you into that.
Hey love, I'm dropping in here to welcome you to join us in our online community membership, The Village. I created this space for women to gather, to return to themselves, to deepen the connection and the relationship with self, whilst held in a community of like-minded women walking the journey and the path of their own awakening.